All right, let's do some game picks.
What's your best match or game pick?
Best match and or game pick. We do have the start of the NBA season tomorrow. So let's do those two games. Lakers Nuggets kicking off the entire season. It's a rerun of the Western Conference Finals last year, which if you ask all the Lakers fans, they won.
Yeah, apparently.
They actually swept the Nuggets, and then they went on to win the top. No, they didn't. They got swept because they then went out, well, it was the closest sweep of all time. It's like, it was still a sweep, you dummies.
Sounds like England in the Ashes, just the moral victory.
Exactly. Moral victories definitely count on the scoreboard. The Nugs are 4.5-point favorites, which is probably a little bit too high for me, but I think at home, this is just like the maybe the sort of perfect storm for the Nugs to come out and go, no, look, raising the banner, feeling good. We beat them in the conference finals. More importantly, I think the Lakers have lost 6 straight openers to start seasons, and 15 lost 22 between the two teams in Denver have gone over the points total, which is only 228. So this sort of needs that, 120, 115 kind of vibe. We cover pretty handily. And I think that's what it gets to, because I think if you go back to the start of their playoff series, a lot of their games were swinging over and then it got tighter as the series goes on, as they tend to do. Yep. And there is a lot of continuity for the Denver side. So that's why I'm leaning on the Nugs at -4.5. They've got the same 5 starters from last year that won the title. They lost Bruce Brown, but they've got a bunch of like bigger, younger rookies. They've still got I think out of their rotation, they lost Jeff Green and Bruce Brown, the color boys. It's just like, we're going, the guys with the color nickname, last names, and away we go. They're out of here. And Javonte Green is somewhere going, can I join?
Yeah. Gerald Green's coming back.
Gerald Green's going to jump back on board. But the green and brown, they're out. So what about red? What about blue? Anyway, the vibe here, though, is Reggie Jackson still in tow. They've still got a lot of institutional knowledge. Lakers, a lot of new faces this year.
Yeah.
You've still got LeBron. You've got AD. You've got them healthy. You've got Rui Hachimura and D'Lo and co like that. So, again, their core stayed together. Austin Reeves comes back, etc. But they do have, a lot more new moving parts in that rotation. So I think I like the Nuggets a little bit in this one. I think the over hits pretty handily. So combine those, you got $3.50. Nuggets start the title defense with a win. And then Suns Warriors. Warriors are underdogs at home out of nowhere now. This is swung around. I think they started as favorites. Now they are +1, +1.5. The under is where I'm looking at for this one as well. So I'm going to go the Warriors +1 because they're just amazingly tough to beat at home.
Yep.
Under 234.5 because I believe 6 road openers for the Suns in a row now have gone under.
Okay.
Interesting. They've won 18-22 against Phoenix, have Golden State, and Golden State have covered 14 of the last 19 at home, which is a pretty good hit rate if you ask me. 14-5, don't mind that covering record. So I think the Warriors, they've got Chris Paul. He played on the Suns last year. It's just one of those things we go, talk about institutional knowledge. The Suns will be working in Brad Beal.
Yeah.
Figuring out how to play with talk about new faces. There's 10 new dudes on this Suns team.
Yeah, that's
around KD and Booker. So Warriors, they move Poole. He's busy not getting punched in the face by his teammates this year, but they've got Chris Paul. I just think that helps for this game a lot.
Yeah.
Just to go, Chris Paul's I know what they're going to run.
I know that guy, yeah.
I'm a brain genius anyway, but also I played on this team last year. So I like the Warriors to cover the line, win at home in the home opener, and for it to go under. Look, you might think, it's Steph Curry versus Kevin Durant. How's this going to go under? Well, Warriors were half decent defensively last year.
Yeah.
Suns are having those moments. And I think, especially early on in the season, unders are always a half decent look. So just saying. There you go. There's 2 picks. Well, 4 picks really for the games. Nuggets and the over, and Warriors and the under. Stats guy, what are you looking at?
I'll just firstly say that, I love those 2 picks. I was going to say the Warriors as well. I think, especially at home, we were saying on the road last year they were horrible, but at home they could hardly lose. And then the Suns, they got a few new faces coming in, so I reckon they'll take a few games to get going. But then I'm going to have a look at the Cricket World Cup. As I mentioned, there's just been upsets every 2 nights at the moment, but I'm going to go South Africa to beat Bangladesh here and have the highest opening partnership. South Africa openers have been in great form. You got De Kock. Has multiple hundreds in this tournament. Bavuma has multiple 50s. Both their openers have just been really strong in this tournament. They sort of drop off towards the end, but I feel like you can rely on their openers. Bangladesh have had the lower opening partnership in 3 of their last 4 matches. They sort of they actually did really well against India when we were watching them the other night. That was their first highest opening partnership in a while, but I don't really trust them in this one. South Africa did lose to the Netherlands, which was weird, and then they went on to absolutely smash England. I feel like they looked a little bit more settled, so I'm going to lean towards South Africa here, not with massive confidence, but I do think they're a lot better team than South Africa. Than Bangladesh. They've just got the gun bowlers like Rabada, who's going to tear through this side. Markram and De Kock in great form. So I'm going to go South Africa to win and Bangladesh, as I mentioned. South Africa to win and have the highest opening partnership, $2. I think that's just pretty good value there, rather than the $1.20 for South Africa just to win.
Hello, Mata.
I was waiting for that.
Mata. Bangladesh better watch out for Kusuma Rabada.
Yes.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.